You ever see one of those incredible tech videos and just wonder, how did they do that? How did they even come up with it? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain. We're going to tear down a real creative brief and use it as our blueprint for building an inspiring tech story right from the ground up.
You know, every great project, it really starts with one single clear vision. This one sentence, this is the North Star. See, this isn't just a goal to make a video. It's a mission to inspire. And that one line is going to guide every single creative choice that comes next, from the visuals all the way down to the music. All right, so here's the game plan. First, we'll look at the big picture, the cinematic vision. Then, we'll decode the why behind it all, the goals. After that, we get into the fun stuff, crafting the actual story and setting the tone. And to wrap it all up, we'll talk about that final polish that makes sure people actually see the thing. Let's dive in. All right, Section 1, the cinematic vision. So before you can even think about crafting a story, you gotta know exactly what it is you're making.
Okay, check out how clear this is. It's not just a video, right? It's a 2 to 3 minute cinematic short film. It's even got a title, When AI Meets Tomorrow. And it spells out the topic, AI's impact, the location, Trinidad and Tobago, and where it's gonna live, a specific YouTube channel. This kind of detail, I mean, that's a rock-solid foundation to build on.
Okay, so once you've got the what locked down, you absolutely have to understand the why. Because honestly, creativity without a clear purpose, it's just noise. This next part is all about digging into those goals, the real strategic reason for doing this.
And this is it's so crucial. A great story isn't just about cool shots or some slick soundtrack. No, every single piece of the puzzle has to be working towards a specific goal. That's really the difference between a fun little passion project and a serious professional production. So, this brief lays out 4 super specific, measurable goals. Number 1, you gotta grab their attention in the first 5 seconds. 2, show how AI is actually empowering real, everyday people. 3, you have to weave the brand, Digital Link TT, in there naturally. And 4, end it with a really clear call to action. Simple, direct, and you can actually do something with each one.
And that first one, man, it is absolutely critical. 5 seconds. In a world where we're all just endlessly scrolling, that's literally all the time you have to earn someone's attention. That one constraint forces the entire creative team to be completely laser-focused, right from the very first frame.
All right, so we've got our what and our why. Now we get to the really fun part, the how. How do you actually put this story together to hit all those goals in less than 3 minutes?
And they do it with a classic for a reason, the 3-act structure. You know, this formula works so well because it's just how our brains are wired to process stories. You have a beginning that sets the stage, the hook, a middle that explores the idea, the examples, and an ending that wraps it all up, the invitation. It takes the viewer on this complete, satisfying, emotional journey, all in just a few minutes.
So if the structure is the skeleton of the story, then the tone, well, the tone is its soul. This next bit is all about how the brief defines the feel of the film. And the goal here is to make a really high-tech subject feel deeply, deeply human.
Oh, I love this. It just perfectly shows the balancing act they're trying to pull off. So on one side, you've got all that futuristic stuff, right? Sleek visuals, neural networks, glowing circuits. But on the other side, you ground it all with things we can actually relate to. Small business owners, students, creators, familiar cityscapes. It's that blend, that mix of the super high-tech with the very human that makes the story feel both inspiring and, reachable.
And that brings us to the final polish. Look, you can create the most amazing, beautiful film in the world, but it doesn't mean a thing if nobody ever sees it. This last step is all about making sure this incredible work actually finds its audience.
And this is such a key insight for anyone making content today. The creative work isn't done when you hit export. Not anymore. To really succeed, you have to build discoverability into the plan from the get-go. And that's what's so smart about this brief. They're baking the marketing right into the blueprint.
And this is exactly how they're planning to do it. Now, this isn't just a random list of words they threw together. These are strategic SEO keywords. Think of them like digital signposts, They're designed to guide the right people. Folks who are already searching for things like AI in the Caribbean or digital transformation, straight to this film. And it all leads to this, the final call to action. That line, "The future is being written now," just perfectly sums up the whole message of the film. But here's the crucial part. It doesn't just leave you hanging. It gives you a clear next step. Join us at digitallinkt.com. That is a powerful, actionable invitation. It closes the loop. So after tearing down this entire blueprint, from the big vision and the hard goals all the way to the story structure and discoverability, it really makes you think, right? It all comes back to this one question.